Alright, hello and welcome to my Store 1 WAD. Alright, let's get started. I'm gonna use the stopwatch. Alright, so we're gonna start by creating a Store 1 project directory and copying all the files from Smartphone Products 3 and Invoice 3. So let's go ahead and do that. So we're gonna say Store 1 up in our WAD, sorry. I'm gonna put this in our WAD. Alright, Store 1. Alright, we're gonna copy all the contents from Smartphone Products 3. So let's copy this, paste it, copy, paste. Alright, and we're gonna do the same for Invoice 3. We already have products data, so we don't need to copy that. Alright, I'm gonna just close all of these. Okay, so in the products display HTML, we're gonna add text box, and it's gonna look something a little like that. So let's open up our products display HTML. Let's first open up this live server here. All right, so I want to add text boxes here in this website. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. So products display HTML. So we want to have input text boxes. So let's see. So we're gonna create a form. Form, and this is gonna go down to here. Should be right after this. And inside of our form, we want to have input text boxes. So actually, this form should, I think it's gonna put it after the price. And we're gonna have a label, quantity. Oh, label, and it's gonna have an input of a text. All right, let's see what that looks like. So it looks like our text boxes is there, so that's good. However, I do want to put it right here, just like how this looks like. So let's go ahead and put these input boxes. I'm a little afraid it's not going to be big enough, so I'm gonna have to make this black background a little bit bigger. So let's see, where's that? Under right here, the section background color. So if we changed it to 55%, you see that it's getting pushed over. So I don't like how that looks. So I think we can just remove this, unless we increase the width of our store here. We could do that. Let's see. So that's going to be under the body. We could just increase it 1200. All right. So we increase the length, the body though, for background should be 45. All right. Yeah, that looks pretty decent. Okay, so we're gonna have a text. So right now it's sitting over there, so we want to bring it like right there. So let's go ahead and do that. In this input type equals text, you can just call a class. We'll just call it box. So we're just gonna have a dot box class, and we can this is displayed absolute, so we can just, or relative, and we can make it absolute to this section, and we can change the width and height of this input box. So let's go ahead and do that. So we're gonna set the position to absolute. Right, so this is gonna, yep, it's gonna be there's a little bit of margin, but it's gonna be right there, sitting up there. And we want to set the width like like 100 pixels maybe, and the height, which is 100 pixels, and we want to push this over to the right, or right, okay. And we're just gonna set a top of, I don't know, 10, 30, I don't know. Yeah, let's make it a little bit smaller. I don't know, 50 and 50 probably. Oh, sorry, that's my alarm going off. All right. Okay, and we have our input text box here. When I input this text box though, I do kind of want it centered. So text align center. Yeah, that looks a little better. So we're gonna we put this label. So that's gonna, that's not showing up right now, so we can set a label, and label color yellow. All right, so there it is showing up. We'll do the same thing, right? 0. Oh, but we have to set the position to be absolute of the section. It's gonna do top 40 pixels. All right, and we can make it a little bigger. Font size, I don't know, 20 pixels. That's a little too big. Okay, 15. Okay, that looks good. Sorry. This looks good. All right, so now let's go back. So we're gonna add names to these this form. We're gonna add quantity label. So let's go ahead and do that. So right here under we wrote out our document, right? We wrote out our form. We do want a purchase button too as well. So in this whole text box is going to be our form. And this text box is going to be sent to our invoice HTML using a get method. So let's go ahead and do that. So we're going to say the method is, we're going to use a get method, get, and we're going to set an action, right? Action equals, sorry, this should have an equals. Action equals / invoice.html. All right. And then at the bottom, so we want to have our footer have a purchase. So we're going to have a button here. We're going to say purchase. And so let's go check that out. So, okay, it's right there. So whenever we submit this, right, we want to, whenever the buttons click, it's going to submit the form. So I'm going to bring the form from here. I'm going to put it right after this button. And button, right? And we want the type to be submit. Okay, so now if we type in, you know, whatever quantities, right, it's going to set an action to invoice.html and display the invoice. So I'm just going to fix this button up real quick. Yeah, make it a little nicer. So I'm just going to set the button, it looks black. So let's go ahead and do that. Background color black. Set the color to yellow. Right? Yep, looks good. Yep, and then let's, you know, make it width 100 pixels. We're just going to display this as a block. And then the height, you know, I don't know. Oh Lord. Okay, 100 pixels. All right, and we're just gonna squeeze this into the middle here. So we're just gonna set margins. All right, there we go. Looks a little neater. So yeah, now what we have to do is you know, use a get method. So these should also have names. So if we go back, so it's gonna have names quantity and then IDs quantity. Okay, so quantity, so name equals, right? We're gonna say the name, sorry, where's quantity, and then we're just gonna, they're gonna all be distinct. So right, it starts at quantity 0, keeps going, and then we're gonna have an ID. Let's see, the ID is gonna be quantity label, so equals quantity label. And we're just gonna put this, so it's each individual quantity, right? So now, if we go back and we click this purchase button, oh, sorry, what's, oh, sorry, I don't know what happened there. Okay, the button was there weird for a little bit. So if we type in 3, they're gonna all have, it's gonna go into this parameter URL. So we can get these quantity values and we can display them in the invoice. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. So in our invoice, if we go here, so we want to, right now, our quantities are just a bunch of random values. So we want to collect the values from here. Okay, so we can set we can get a parameter. We can get the parameter using the search params. So we're gonna say let params equals I think it was new URL document dot location and dot search params. Okay, and then now we can grab each of the parameters and then we can push it into this array here so that our product quantities is going to be put in here so it can be all displayed. So we're going to use a for each for so params the array, right, object array params dot for each and then I think you need a function with a key value pair, and we're gonna push each value dot push each value. So now if you go back, now our product quantities will be whatever it is. So you know, if you want to say -3, right, it's gonna use these quantities up here. So yep, that looks good. So now that we did that, we can also, I think we can sorry, let me go back. If we don't put anything, so let's say like you don't put anything, it's gonna still just be displayed, so we can still fix that here in our function. So right here you can say if the quantities is 0, that means you didn't put anything in there, then you don't want it to show up, right? So you know, if the product quantities at position I, right, is 0, then you want to say continue. And I'm just gonna say else if, and then that should fix it. Let's go back. Oh, error message there. Don't know why this isn't working. If product quantities I, yeah, I don't know. I said continue. Wait, sorry, let's go back. All right. Yeah. Don't know why it's not displaying. Oh. Sorry, wait. Okay, so if I type in 4, right? So BlackBerry and Samsung should be the only one. Oh, okay, sorry. No. Okay, so this is good. Yeah. All right. Thank you guys for watching. So my time is 18 minutes and 36 seconds. Okay. Thank you.